Oh, how's it going, everybody? We're back for another edition of the In Quickie, where I'll pick a band, we'll listen to the entire discography, and I'll give my thoughts on it. And the rules go like All In, except we're focusing on bands that have less than 5 original studio albums. So, today we're going to be talking about Orgy. No, not a sex act. No, we're not talking about Pornhub or any of that shit. And if you Google Orgy, safety filters. So yeah, this is obviously their breakout album, and from when I first heard about them. So they have 3 original studio albums, ranging from Candy Ass in 1998, this one here, all the way to Punk Static Paranoia. And they have been off and on active even to this day, but they were sort of like, in later years, putting a lot of one-offs out there, and they got a lot more poppy in most of their stuff here in the modern era. But anyhow, getting to it, we'll talk about Candy Ass. So, my first memories of hearing Orgy, the band that is, I vaguely remember hearing Stitches, and thinking, the song's okay, but it's not the best. It wasn't memorable. And then when Blue Monday came out, when they redid Blue Monday, boy did they blow up. And then, after Blue Monday was such a big success, then they tried to re-release Stitches as a single one last time. I guess figuring, they got a lot more exposure at this point. But Orgy, they kind of have like a, they're more into the industrial side of nu metal. Like, you could almost categorize them more towards like Static X and, bands like that. You could almost categorize them with like Marilyn Manson, or if you ever heard of the smaller band Deadsy, it's kind of like that. But anyhow, so getting to the album here. So Candy Ass, released in 98. You have Social Enemies, Stitches, which is pretty good, Dissentation, Platinum, Fetisha, Fiend, Blue Monday, which originally was New Order, so it was an 80s new wave song, Gender, All the Time, Pantomime, Revival, and Dizzy. And Stitches, they're kind of like Dope too, because Dope was doing a lot of 80s covers like this too. Like Dope, Marilyn Manson, and even Orgy, like they all do like the 80s new wave covers in like industrial rock and metal. It's kind of cool. But not a bad album. Although it's one of those, I liked Blue Monday, I liked Stitches, and I shelved it. So I didn't really listen to the whole album all that much, but not too bad, honestly. So, moving on, we have Vapor Transmission, which I believe that one came out in, was it 01? No, 2000. I was a year off. It came out in 2000. So, Vapor Transmission, you have, of course, the intro of the title. You got Sucker Face, which I would say that's the breakout track to this album. You got Odyssey, Opticon, Fiction, Dreams and Digital. That was a big song off of this. Eva, 107, Dramatica, Eyes Radio Lies, Saving Faces, Recreation, Chasing Sirens, and Where's Gerald? And here again, kind of like Candy Ass, I liked a couple tracks off of it and then would shelf it. So, basically, them 2 albums, they sort of sounded the same, kept the same formula. But, moving on, we have their last full album, 2004's Punk Static Paranoia. Now, this one, I think I might have heard maybe a couple songs off of it. I think the song Vague, I heard that before, but I never really, bought into it, I never listened to it at all. But here we have Beautiful Disgrace, Vague, Ashamed, Make Up Your Mind, Leave Me Out, The Obvious, Inside My Head, Pure, and Can't Take This. And here, they kind of got a little more A little less industrial, a little more nu metal in this one. Which was okay. It wasn't bad, but nothing memorable either. So then, that was their last new album they did. They just did a bunch of one-offs after this, but the ones worth mentioning are going to be the ones they sort of stuck to the rock vibe on this. In 2020, they did a song called The Spectrum, which was pretty good. And then they did another song. They did another song called Ghost. So yeah, Orgy, rating the albums. I mean, like I said, I didn't like hardly any of their one-offs they did in like the 2010s. Like just completely, almost too poppy, too emo for my liking. So really, we're just gonna stick to the three main albums here as how we're gonna rate them, I guess. So maybe I didn't get enough. Maybe I didn't listen to it enough, but Punk Static Paranoia would probably be my least favorite. Candy Ass, my most favorite. With, you know, the middle one in between, obviously. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this all-in quickie featuring Orgy. So, we're going to sort of take a break from nu metal next video. We're going to talk about probably the most modern band we've ever talked about on any of these shows. So, yeah, tune in. Find out who it is. Hint, hint, many think it might be like a Led Zeppelin parody. I don't know. We'll see you later.